Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. We're going to be cranking our heads back and forth, watching these teams race up and down the floor all game long.
And this is the definition of an exciting matchup. Don't be shocked if the 24-second clock doesn't come into play. They like to keep the pace fast. I mean, sneaky. When he moves around the floor, Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
Now, here's Fox. A rebound by Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, here's Caruso. SGA, no good. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. We talked about Jalen Williams and what he wanted to see from his team defensively against him. He told me we just have to be aware of where he is at all times. The second you lose sight of him, that's when he'll torch you. We all got to be on the same page. It seems like Williams will be a central focus for them tonight. Guys?
All right, Allie, thank you for that. And Tim, the quintessential unstoppable force, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, taking his offensive game to a level rarely matched in league history.
Oh, Kevin, I'm running out of superlatives. The ability to score at every level. He gets to the foul line. He makes guys better. I just marvel at the totality of it.
The three, that doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Pass to Caruso. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Holmgren outside. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Nice defense by Vassell.
Well, the defense was solid, but usually I expect him to make that layup.
To the paint, here's Wembanyama. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Caruso releases from the wing and drills it.
It took a lot of confidence to take that shot.
Big-time slam by Wembanyama. This is why you got to push him out of the paint.
Kicks it out to Holmgren. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
Pass to Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Wembanyama is a specimen, going at the rim there with a purpose.
Puts it up from 12. Fox with the steal. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Down low. Fox with the steal. In transition. Here come the Spurs. Nice move. And Wembanyama throws it down.
excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You've got to love the effort. That's big time.
Now, here's Caruso. Clock at 6. Here's Dort. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
When it comes to physical play, it's hard to get the best of Dort. He invites contact at both ends.
And for all the talk, Jim, about Lou Dort's defense, how about his growth as a shooter?
Well, I think he understood to get more minutes, he had to be more consistent as a shooter. The defense has always been there, but the steady improvement has come with his three-point shooting, which makes him now an elite 3-and-D wing.
Puts up a 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Outside Fox. Pass to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
Like to see a show of strength from Holmgren, scoring through the contact.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
For 3, Vassell. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Here's Dort. Nice defense by Vassell. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for San Antonio. 9. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Spurs.
And, guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
On the take, Wembanyama.
And a big man who moves like a guard. Wembanyama is an absolute terror when he slices inside.
Inside, and Dort gets it to go.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
And with the depth of this Oklahoma City Thunder team, Tim, who's an impact player on this roster that might fly a little bit under the radar?
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's Aaron Wiggins. I look at a guy that in any other situation, might be able to average 15 to 18 points a game, but in Oklahoma City, he has sacrificed shots and minutes to be part of a winning team, and he competes every night.
He does indeed. Oh, the rejection by Wembanyama. Caruso. Up and in on the layup.
Those are the kind of effort plays that endear you to the coaches, your teammates, and these fans.
Outside Fox. And he banks in the layup. Fox has got the lead up to 6 now for the Spurs.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
Fox is double. Wembanyama left side. Pass to Champagnie. Outside Fox. From downtown, it's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 6. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. And Williams slams it in.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of player. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatic.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. To the inside. Wembanyama up high, down hard.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Back to Holmgren. Here's SGA. The rebound by Champagny. Spurs leading by 6. With the drive. Beyond the arc. The Thunder pull it in.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Both teams deciding to change it up. So, Tim, when you look at the current landscape of the NBA, the talent level seems to be at an all-time high.
Well, Kevin, there are more high-level shot makers in this league than ever before as guys continue to add shooting range and creativity with their handle.
And they got to be always evolving, right? I mean, you cannot rest on what you've done.
Well, the league now emphasizes high-level shot making more than they ever have. And in the era of the three-point shot in particular, it's crucial that you add that to your game.
Absolutely. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Spurs leading by 6. To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And how about the show Wemby's putting on here? When he gets it going, Victor is pretty much unstoppable.
Back to SGA. Pass to Dort. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Hartenstein. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Barnes the screen. .44 seconds left here in the second. Back to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Pass to Wembanyama. Oh, too easy for Wembanyama.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
I mean, really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Substitution on the court.
12 seconds left in the first half of the game. Right side, Fox. It'll count. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Pass to Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Wembanyama, that's for 2.
What willpower from Castle, fighting to get his team that second look at the basket.
And a wide open look for SGA. Good on the triple.
Well, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
And Greg, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Coach Mark Daigneault talked about the Thunder's system of player development, and he said, we try to do things that serve both the team and the individual, and then it's easier for guys to commit to it, and if that happens, then you have an environment that can be pretty powerful. Back to you.
Turning potential into production. Thanks a lot, Allie. And that one's good, Caruso.
When he's had the opportunities, he's scored the ball, but they need more from him.
Castle on the wing. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Right side, Harper. Here's Wembanyama. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander. The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
Holmgren the screen. Way outside, Gilgeous-Alexander.
Money in the bank. Gilgeous-Alexander is more than happy to try his luck from that spot. And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Yeah, when your lead guard is doing that, it just creates excitement.
Pass to Harper. Castle on the wing. 5 to shoot. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Holmgren left side for 3. Connects from three-point range. Holmgren's got 9 points.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
Vassell outside. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. One-on-one fast break. There's Williams. And Williams throws it down.
And that's a momentum shifter. A steal leading straight to the basket.
We know about Holmgren's exceptional play defensively, but Tim, talk about his offensive game.
Well, he's incredibly versatile, Kevin. He can score down low. He can handle the basketball, shoots the three, and I'm not talking about standstill shots. He has the mobility to even come off screens.
Here's SGA. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 8.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by Castle. Spurs leading by 9. Outside, Fox. Inside, it's tipped. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And the Thunder making a switch here. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Great D that time from Hartenstein. There's a screen by Williams. Here's SGA. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's San Antonio up 9.
31.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren left side. Pass to Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Castle covering. It seems like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tim, has the ball handling and finishing package of a player 6 inches shorter. What he does at his size is really amazing.
Yeah, I think he has the offensive game of a shorter player because he thought he was only going to be 6'1". He got to 6'6". So now you've got this incredible array of shot making around the rim with a much taller player. That is a difficult combination to deal with.
So he had to readjust not only physically but mentally how he approached the game, correct?
Absolutely. It changed everything for his approach.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder. Just an all-around terrific basketball player.
Tim, you talk about a player with quick hands. That's Cason Wallace.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not just the hands that make him a threat on D. It's his lateral quickness, anticipation, and positioning. He just has that sixth sense about where the ball is going next.
Outside, Fox. Outside for Wembanyama. 5 on the clock. Back to Fox. Yes, to Castle. Back to Wembanyama. Holmgren with the steal. Now here's Williams. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Greg, on a team as stacked as OKC, you can almost forget about Chet Holmgren, who is the number 2 overall pick back in 2022.
And let's give him his flowers, right? The portrait of a modern big man. Shot blocking, shooting range, and plays with an edge.
Back to Harper. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Wembanyama. Vassell outside. Outside Harper. Here's Castle. Now Wembanyama. Williams. Rebounded by Vassell.
Well, coaches really appreciate when guys defend with that kind of effort. Just a fantastic job protecting the rim.
He drills the 3.
A solid three-point shooter. Harper's looking to upgrade that part of his game.
And stolen by Wembanyama. Now Vassell. The 3 doesn't go.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
All right, here's Williams. Outside Holmgren. Lets loose a 3. Wembanyama rips down the rebound. Outside Harper. Now Castle. Wembanyama, a screen. Holy cow! What a bailout!
The size, reach, the bucket is right there for Victor inside.
Here's Vassell. He takes it in. Jacks up a 3. It's good!
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
One more miscommunication at the defensive end. Just brutal. It can't happen.
Now Holmgren. Here's Caruso. Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander connects from the corner.
This is why SGA is a focal point of his offense, because of that ability to score.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Vassell drives in, and it doesn't go. And now here comes Williams leading the break. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Holmgren. Oh, that is a big-time jam. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Fires the three. A putback. Oh, hits the putback.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Here's Caruso. Outside Holmgren. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Holmgren. Alex Caruso. And get the three. And stolen by Caruso. And so it's San Antonio with the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor. Completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester. And that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Tim Legler.
Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up.
I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. Pass to Holmgren. Outside for SGA. Caruso outside. 5 on the clock. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander no good. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has made the move from star to superstar, Grant.
Well, no question, B.A. He's been a superstar for quite a few seasons now, but he's not satisfied and just continues to elevate his game year after year.
So Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Back to Holmgren. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren outside. Clock at 6. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Outside for Wembanyama. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Castle. Off the inbound pass. They get it back. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
Outside for SGA. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called for. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Well, Grant, you look up and down this Thunder roster. It is just loaded with winning players.
Yeah, B.A. Guys who are going to make the right play, defend their spot, move without the ball. I mean, they've built something special in OKC, piece by piece.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Pass to Holmgren. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
You can tell Dort keeps his options open when he has the ball. He'll set up another guy if he can.
It's intercepted. Up ahead. Here's Champagnie. Here's Wembanyama. Great D that time from Holmgren. And it's Caruso penetrating. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama. And the block shot turns into a shooting foul. So the defensive effort there a bit too much, as the officials will send him to the line to shoot free throws. And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him.
Well, just a great guy to have in the rotation. Caruso gives you effort, he gives you shooting, and the ball rarely sticks in his hands. He keeps it moving. Assisted buckets, every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
And it's the Thunder with the ball. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And this is what Coach wants to see from Holmgren. Outworking the defense to get a second chance look.
And it's Fox missing. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. On the wing, Caruso. Puts it up. Back to Holmgren. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. 1:33 left in the first. Fox with the ball. And a missed layup.
Well, playing his role to perfection. Using his size to control the glass for his team.
So Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. When you watch De'Aaron Fox, is there anything that sticks out to you, Grant?
Well, B.A., this league has the best athletes in the world, and Fox looks like maybe the quickest guy out there on most nights. His change of direction is especially elite.
1:14 left in the first. Pass to Holmgren. 5 to shoot. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. He drains that one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
Coach likes that look. And Gilgeous-Alexander from the corner.
Offensive rebound. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 5. It's Dort on the wing. From outside, off the mark. Spurs trail by 6. To end the run, it's Fox with a drive. Pass to Vassell. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Here's Wembanyama. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder leading by 6 as we wrap up. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
Out left to the wing. Oh, too easy for Wemby. Nice finish. Well, to play great defense, teams have to provide help. But how do you avoid overhelp?
It's a great question, B.A., and it's like, whoa!
Oh, sweet move. And we see the speed and power. And Williams shows off on that one.
Back to Fox. The 3 is up. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama. Fox has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Caruso outside. Williams from long range. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Inside. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Wembanyama's got 8 points.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
The 3 from Holmgren. Rebound by San Antonio.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
You're making the slam look second nature. Once Dort sees the launching pad, he's ready to take off.
And for all the optimism, Grant, the Spurs having to navigate some tough seas with health challenges.
Yeah, the legendary Greg Popovich moving to a front office role. Then Wemby suffering a blood clot, too. Some trying times, but this team's foundation of togetherness has helped.
Well, with De'Aaron Fox, he may go through peaks and valleys, but he's always dangerous, Stan.
Yeah, B.A., sometimes you watch and think, this defense is doing a great job against him. And then he'll drop 15 in a quarter without even breaking a sweat.
You love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead.
And looking at Fox, a microwave scorer and Tasmanian devil running up and down the floor. A fun player to watch.
Williams into the lane. Holmgren, left side. That one falls. His second make in 5 attempts.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
To the middle. Cornette. And he makes it on the layup. Cornette's got his first 2 points.
I love watching Fox distribute the ball, knowing it's part of his role to involve his teammates.
Holmgren outside. Back to SGA. The three. A big triple. Gilgeous-Alexander. Already 7 lead changes. These teams are really going after each other.
It's been a brutal game to play, but a fun one to watch.
Ooh, a good look from Fox. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
There's a minute 17 left in the second. Down low. Here's Holmgren. Some solid defense from Cornette.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Fine stand, Devin Vassell, a proven scorer, now with some experience under his belt. What do you make of him?
Well, he's definitely an interesting player, B.A. The important thing for him is focusing on taking more high-percentage shots.
And the Spurs willing to be patient with this rebuild, but when De'Aaron Fox became available, Grant, they did not blink.
Yeah, he's just too dynamic to pass up, and still young enough to grow with their core. Now it's about making the pieces click. Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Both teams deciding to change it up. On offense, here is San Antonio. To the inside. Pass to Harper. The three from Barnes. They get it back. It's Barnes on the wing. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama. Barnes has got his first 3 points of the game.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Oh, so much size. Holmgren barely has to jump.
Here's Harper. Back to Wembanyama. Pass to Harper. The floater. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Spurs out in front, leading by a point. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Back to Castle. Outside for Wembanyama. Holmgren with the block.
You can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
Thunder trail by 3. SGA surveying the D. To the paint. Back to Holmgren. Down low. Gilgeous-Alexander.
The block by Wembanyama, and he'll lead the league in that category numerous times when it's all said and done.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. Wembanyama, the open look. Can't nail the jumper. Wiggins outside. Back to Wallace. For 3. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Pass to Barnes. Now Wembanyama. Wembanyama hammers it down.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value. And nice to see him deliver it.
SGA with it. He's picked up by Barnes. Kicks it out to Holmgren. Pass to Dort. Shot clock at 6. The 3 ball. No good there. Spurs lead by 5. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his 5th foul. And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. So both teams changing it up here. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And stolen by Williams. In transition, here they come. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Holmgren with it. He's picked up by Vassell. And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Coach Mark Daigneault talked about the Thunder's system of player development, and he said, we try to do things that serve both the team and the individual, and then it's easier for guys to commit to it, and if that happens, then you have an environment that can be pretty powerful. Back to you.
Turning potential into production. Thanks a lot, Allie.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
Caruso outside. No good, and they can't put it into the drought. San Antonio leading by 7 to the middle. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Alex Caruso. First personal foul. 13 foul.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Pass to Wembanyama. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Now here's Caruso. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Third personal foul.
Here's Caruso.
Second team foul.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Stolen by Wembanyama.
You see those defensive instincts paying off. Great anticipation to pick the ball and head the other direction.
Pass to Wallace. From deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. Nothing yet for him here in the third quarter. Outside for SGA. Holmgren outside. Pass to Caruso. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's SGA. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
Well, as long as Wembanyama's in the same zip code, there's a chance he's blocking your shot.
Here's the break. Here's Wallace. Fires in the triple. Wallace has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from 3 and capitalized.
To the inside. Holmgren with a big reach.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
Pass to Wembanyama. Back to Fox. San Antonio moving the ball around. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Williams into the...
Oh, wow! Look out! Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Castle outside. Inside. And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Poke loose. Here's Caruso. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. Spurs out in front. They're up by... Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. But this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Thunder trail by 3. Pass to Dort. Back to SGA. To the paint. Kicks it out to Holmgren. Just 5 on the clock. Williams on the wing. Back to Holmgren. Down low. Holmgren drops it in.
And this is where Holmgren is such a scoring threat. His size can make interior shots easier to find.
Outside for Wembanyama. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
They need his talent on the floor. Now they're going to have to get it done without him.
Out of bounds. The Thunder will take it. And here are the Thunder now. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams on the wing. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And here's Fox. Wembanyama. Second chance effort. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
SGA driving. Banked it in off the glass. And the Thunder lead by 1.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
Coming down the stretch. It's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Kicks it out to Holmgren. And De'Aaron Fox picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Outside, SGA. He takes it in. Shot clock at 5. And Williams punches it home.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Fox outside. Now Wembanyama. Oh, the body control and balance from Wemby.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Outside Holmgren. Driving inside. Caruso outside. Here's SGA. Let's loose the 3. Gets a hand on it. Wembanyama rips down the board. Fox. Oh, no good on the layup. Oklahoma City trailing. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Williams outside. Up top, Holmgren. Uncovered. Vassell there for the rebound. And it's the Spurs ball. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
On the wing, Williams. Oh, missed on the tray.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Here's Castle. Wembanyama screen. Timeout called, Mitch Johnson. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. Coach was blunt with his assessment. He said to throw out everything that happened until now. It is a brand new game, and it's only a few minutes. Leave it out on the floor. Back to you guys.
And Allie, thank you for that.
Well, they needed a bucket right there, and it's Vassell who answers the call.
Here's SGA. Oh, he jammed it.
These moments are important for Holmgren's development. He needs to keep sinking those big-time shots.
Holmgren, no good on the free throw. San Antonio leading by 3. And stolen by Holmgren. For 3. Money from 3.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big-time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Now Wembanyama. 6 to shoot. And so it's Mitch Johnson here calling timeout. critical moment here. He's not taking any chances.
He times his blocks almost perfectly. Holmgren stands his ground and forces the shooter to commit first.
And he grabs the board and finishes it off.
I love the relentless attitude he showed there. Got himself in great position under the glass.
He had the presence of mind to know exactly where the rebound was going. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, that's a man with a mission right there.
Well, with his size, Wembanyama is the ideal option in close situations. Wembanyama will get a clean look.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
Well, they needed those. He stayed calm and got it done.
And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. How do you think this is going to play out?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
Now here's SGA. Now Hartenstein. And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
And this is what it's all about. This shot could win the game. Not much time left, but they have just enough to execute a play.
Holmgren. Oh, money!
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. So it's a narrow victory for the Spurs, pulling out the W. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. We love how they just diffuse the energy in this arena.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant